Good evening, everybody. This is a completely off schedule live. Probably won't be on that long. Let me check microphone because apparently I was talking on a previous video, but it looks like I'm working. Whoever hops in first, throw me a 5x5 so I know you can hear me. Hey, good evening. Good evening. Hey, my skydive Deuce. Yeah, Deuce, that's exactly why I came on. Thank you, Skydive. So I'm going to share this. So just FYI, I'm taking FAA classes to actually become a legit pilot, a drone pilot. And so I'm going through all the courses. And so I was kind of tuned out yesterday and today because we've been doing a lot of flies and whatnot. Hey, Joe. Hey, JRC. Welcome, welcome. Copy that. Deuce. Joe, good to see you as always. Callisto, good evening. Sorry, good morning. God, it's been one of those weeks. Anyway, a couple of interesting things, and I'm gonna share this with you because and I'm not gonna go talk about the everything overseas. This is a lot closer to home. Hey, Ghost, welcome. Farmer Johnny, Callisto. Oh, we got Callisto twice. Hello. Hi. Hey, Holly. 13 hours until my appointment with them. Well, good deal, man. Well, hopefully they'll get you in and, you can get through timely. Hey, Coffee. Hey, KP. Okay, so let me share this real quick. Again, hey, good evening. I wasn't planning on share screen. There we go. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen or heard about this fire. Shelter in place and evacuations ordered due to a biolab chemical plant fire releasing massive amount of toxic smoke in Conyers. Can you guys see that?
Wow.
And can you hear it also? I don't know who. Oh, I was like, who put that middle finger there? Oh, that's the guy's like hanger. So this is from. That is not insignificant, guys. This happened earlier today. It says 3:23 my time, so I'm assuming East Coast is what, an hour ahead, so 4. God, it gets bigger. I didn't see this footage.
Yeah, it's getting worse. They're not putting that fire out. They're not even.
Holy shit! I didn't realize it was this bad. This is in Georgia.
And what was?
Hey, Ghost. So, hey, Farmer. Sorry, Cap. No, that's fine. I thought you were just being excited, Coffee. You're like, oh my God, where is this? But yeah, there's quite a bit of footage. Let me see if I can get some other stuff. Okay, this is from Red Wave Press. A massive fire broken out at Conyers, Georgia, allegedly caused by a sprinkler head malfunction. Fire occurred at a biolab. Can you guys see that? Which manufactures spawn pool treatment products. Oh, at biolab. Why would they call it biolab if it just manufactures spawn pool? Anyway, I don't trust anything anymore. Anyway, water from the malfunction sprinkler head came into contact with a water reactive chemical. Ooh, it probably hit the would chlorine produce a flame if it gets hit by a bunch of water? It would react, wouldn't it? Firefighters contained the original fire early Sunday morning, but it reignited hours later. That's not bueno. So I don't know if you guys have, hey, Beef and Chicken, welcome. Holly, Indy, hey, JRC, I think I said hi to you, but I'll say hi again. Sodium, yes. So these are not, this is not a small fire at all.
This is from the fire at the biolab up the exit from the house. They have a sheltering in place, and
Ugh.
that is smoke, and it's still billowing.
So this one was, this one was pretty bad. This is the alert from the county. If you guys want to see the official note, a fire at Biolab, a chemical plant in Conyers, is causing an evacuation of people who live nearby, as well as road closures. Deputies with the Rockdale County Sheriff's Department advise people to avoid the area around Biolab on Old Covington Highway. Emergency services are responding to the sheriff's office, and safety measures are in place to protect the public. Residents in the area should remain indoors and keep windows closed to minimize exposure. And then they give road closure notifications. So if you have friends or family in this area, well, yeah. Well, and that's possible because the pool chemicals would include chlorine. So I'm trying to think, hey, Country Dreamin', what's going on? And I apologize, the chat, I was reading, I came back and the chat took off. So I hate my new phone. I want to email address. I want to try to say hi. It autocorrects. Oh, that's not good. But this one, and this one was bad enough that I thought, out of these two dummies here, that's weird. Here's drone footage from Rumble, actually. Oh, that's loud as shit. Hold on. This is on a guy called Rumble Man. I'll leave him a comment. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty substantial. I don't know. Were you guys able to see that? Let me try and share it again. Hold on. I'm having a bit of an issue here with the sharing of the fun stuff. Let's try this again.
On to action.
All right.
Nuclear
No, I don't want to
weapons
see
are
this.
a real threat to our future.
There's no reason to take Armageddon seriously.
This knucklehead. Let's try that again. Hold on. Gotta share the screen again. I'm having a bit of a malfunction here. Here we go. Oh, there he is. Okay, awesome.
Amazon hates this, but there's nothing
What
they
the
can
hell?
do to stop it. There's a new electric lighter out there, and it's got the firepower.
So once we get the product,
So, hey,
the
Wolfang, what's going
situation
on?
is self-mitigated, and then they will do survey the area, the
Hey,
air,
Neil.
and once again, we'll send out a public message speaking to whether or
So
not you
that's the
return
fire
call,
from a
if there's any
distance.
further cause or concern.
So that is not a joke. If you do have friends or family in the area, the county has put out notifications as far as where where one can go for shelter if you don't have suitable shelter, and also which roads are closed. And this is one of those things. Hey, Kill It and Grill It, welcome. Long time no see. Yeah, I've been. Hey, Indy. Hey, random dude, what's going on? But you see that? That's a substantial situation there. So if you have family in the area, be advised that there will be a shelter in place, and and that there is concern about, and then there's concern about the chemicals in the area. Now I want to go to Texas now, which back in Houston, my prior home. Wait, this is where I'm going, JRC, and this is why I brought this up, because yeah. Hey, All American, it's good to see you. I find oh, that's funny. Yeah, Johnny, I haven't had a chance, but that really red, rusty smoke that then petrochems usually turn black when they have a terrorist incident that involves um, an incendiary device. I'm kind of using code words here. Uh, Typically, like the Boston Marathon situation, it was a white cloud that tends to imply non-petrochemicals. There's other stuff, but when it's a black cloud, it tends to be military grade stuff or more industrial type as opposed to homemade. Um, to your point, yeah, absolutely. I bet that red smoke, that like orangey red that was coming out early before it turned black and white, would probably a really good, yeah, shelter and get the F out of there. Absolutely. But wait, this happened today too, and I don't know how many of you caught this one. I'm gonna go to Houston, Texas now, and this is where I'm starting to not. I'm getting heebie-jeebies with this now. Um, there's a refinery. Actually, I stand corrected. That's the chemical fire in Georgia. Hold on, I lost this. Doggone it, I lost the link here. Bear with me for a second here. Laporte fire. So earlier today, oh, that's interesting. That's from last year. They just reported a fire in Laporte. I'm trying to find the they reported a fire in Laporte by the oh, here we go. Nope. I guess that's an older fire. Okay, so they had just reported another fire in Laporte. They may have gotten that contained, but we had a lot of food processing and uh, you know, various food supply chain locations caught fire, all seemingly at the same time. Um, Now they're reporting this chemical plant fire. They're also reporting there was one supposedly in near Houston, but I can't find it. So it may have gotten put under control. Um, oh no, this was a few days actually. My bad. I'll share this with you as well. This is not an ongoing situation though, but this happened. Apparently, uh, an SUV crashed through the fence and struck the valve connected to a 20-inch natural gas liquids pipeline, which resulted in an explosion. You can see in the upper right corner. Let me see if I can expand that one because that's pretty. Come on now. Like you can see right here, I think that was the vehicle. Oh, damn, the playground's on fire. And the power lines. That's pretty awful. Yeah, you see the vehicle down next to that fire. Yeah, that guy. But that car is nowhere near the main road. Like, look where the main road is. How the hell did he get all the way over here? And yeah, and so Florida took a beating, as we all know. God, there's just a lot going on, folks. I'm glad to see All American. Mamacita, who's a mod for Angry and Hudson, and we all know Mamacita 904. I've heard she's okay. If anyone has a more current update, that would be awesome. Because I know she's in that area, and I heard she was out of power and worn out because that's exhausting. Uh, So let's see. We've got. I mean, you've all seen the footage from. So apparently, this guy fell asleep in his truck at a truck stop and woke up when he heard the water, and this is what he was dealing with
the
earlier.
devastation we're dealing with here. Chimney Rock's gone. Flying Bridge is gone. And
I don't think this is
fucking road's
Florida.
gone. Oh my God.
There goes a whole house. Holy shit. I didn't see that.
Good. But it'll probably go to the side.
Is that a dog?
I think there's them here. I think there's somebody in that truck. We can't get our 911 to work.
There's somebody in that U-Haul, y'all.
Oh my God, dude. Oh.
Well, guys, that's going to be a tough. That would have been a tough rescue.
Dumped everything out. Road to nowhere.
Can you guys see this? They identify as houseboats. Good. Okay, Southern Prepper's good. So, folks, there's a lot going on, and I just wanted to point out that Georgia, because that one happened later in the day, and a lot of folks, and that's bad because you think about it, you have a lot of people have gone north and in some cases northwest from Florida to get away from the hurricane, went to Georgia. Now Georgia has this thing spewing toxicity up in the air. That's a bad example of a cascading scenario where you have one problem and then another one occurs separately, and now they compound each other. Because think about it, like, oh, I'm going to leave Florida, I'm going to get a hotel, and I'm going to get far away from the storm, and now you're headed to Georgia, and like this whole section is shut off because of the chemical fire. Folks, if ever, okay, you've seen this footage as well. So Georgia Peach is in Georgia. Keep her and her family safe. Conyers, Georgia. Yeah, we just covered that at the beginning of Daryl. There's a new storm out there. Awesome. Yeah, it is. So I just wanted, if you guys have family in the Conyers, Georgia area, reach out to them, see how they're doing. Wait, was Devil Dog? Hey, True American Loretta, I missed you earlier. Hey, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Was Devil Dog in here, or somebody, or am I misreading something here? Hey, Dawn. There was a family on vacation trapped by floodwater, I think in the Carolinas or Georgia. A weather checker when you go. Yes. And I keep mentioning like again, roaming prepper, right? The preps when you travel. And it's hard to forecast something like this, right? You guys remember 2 years ago they had the blizzard that hit I-95, and it was at a weird time. And people were coming up from Florida going to like Virginia and the Carolinas from Florida, and they got caught on the highway, and a lot of them basically had like bathing suits and flip-flops because they were driving, like 4 hours, and they had spent the weekend at the beach, and now they were caught in 3 feet, 4 feet of snow and sub-freezing temperatures, and they didn't have anywhere like the clothes they needed. They were running out of gas on the highway. The cat lady preppers in North Carolina has flooded her road out, can't get out. Oh, hopefully she is okay. Loretta, keep us posted if you want to put updates below this video or any of my videos, and then I can share them out. Or if you put them on your channel, tag me so I see them, and then I'll try to share them out. See, and that I've already heard at least 2 people say this is their suspicion is we're getting infrastructure hits right now that have nothing to storm. The bioplant or biochem, whatever they're called, company was nowhere near the hurricane zone. So what the hell happened over there? Why was Houston on fire last week? And then has anyone heard of another derailment in Ohio? Because I heard something had derailed in Ohio, but I hadn't heard anything else after that, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. So yeah, please. Man, Daryl, 2 years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, it kind of looks like it. Now I'm just starting to be like, yeah, for sure. Hey, Devil Dog, where is he? There he is. Hey, Country Dreamin' and Devil Dog. So if I missed anyone, I apologize. Folks, double check your vehicle. I put it in a short vid yesterday. Double check your vehicle. I've pulled everything out of my truck because I had to go to the body shop after that stupid hailstorm. And God, I need to find a video of the hailstorm, the way it formed, because there was just cloudy sky and all of a sudden, boom, hailstorm and tornado. The tornado passed about 2 miles from us, but it tore up south of town. It just came out of nowhere. It wasn't a derailment. Okay. What was it? Just like an accident, or what did they do? Okay. I heard it was a derailment for some reason. They're eating cats in Ohio. Yes, supposedly they are. I don't know who'd want to eat a stray cat. Like, they're better things in my book to eat. The fake Ohio had another disaster. Chemical spill. Okay, thanks. Catastrophe. Oh, okay. It was a chemical car spilled. Okay. So it's more like an OSHA incident than a. But in any case, there's a large section of central Georgia's kind of cut off. If you have family area, you may want to notify them or check in on them, see how they're doing. Florida and pretty much up the East Coast, there's problems all up and down the East Coast with the flooding due to the hurricane. TikTok for women or young girls, if they see someone crying on the side of the roads, it's a scam. Oh, they use the woman crying to lure victims, is what you're saying. No, you didn't. More is coming. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Covering my kitty, there's no cats on the menu here. No. Well, they'd have to catch my dogs, and believe it or not, the potatoes will rock on at 25 miles an hour. And I know they can run away from people because when they eat something they're not supposed to, and I go after them to put them in their crate, they're gone. It's a race. Like, I have to go get sneakers to go get them in the yard because I'm not going to get them. Nor a boy or a guy, huh? Okay. Well, and you see, we don't know who's in the country right now. I can't disprove. I can't. I don't know what the deal is, but it just seems a lot of stuff. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That was the other thing. There was one more thing. Let me see if I can get you guys some info on dock workers. And we can. Oh, it's just angry looking lady here with the weird eyebrows. Okay, we're going to look at the angry news lady with the weird eyebrows. And she's supposed to give us an update. Hang on just a second. Let me know if you can.
Disruptions if dock workers at ports along the East and Gulf coasts go on strike, and the deadline is quickly approaching. Investigator Tim McNicholas is in Jersey City with the details and the possible fallout.
Work at some of the busiest ports in North America could soon come to a halt.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down.
The union, which represents more than 40,000 longshoremen at 36 ports, including major hubs like Charleston, Houston, and Miami, is demanding wage increases as well as protection from job-killing automation.
I've been fighting automation for years. They destroyed L.A.
Workers are threatening to strike if a new labor agreement with shipping companies represented by the United States Maritime Alliance is not reached by October 1st.
All activity in the Port of New York and New Jersey with regards to containerized cargo and automobile cargo will cease.
Each year, more than $200 billion worth of goods, including car parts, Construction materials and produce pass through the port of New York and New Jersey alone.
So bad.
That trade supports more than 500,000 local jobs.
A 2-week strike could, cause these disruptions to feed into early 2025.
Ryan Sweet with Oxford Economics says if a deal isn't reached in time, a stoppage could disrupt more than half of U.S. shipping traffic.
This is going to be very disruptive to the U.S. economy.
In a statement to CBS News, the U.S. Maritime Alliance says it has not been able to schedule new bargaining sessions with the union, adding the only way to resolve this is to resume negotiations. Tim McNicholas, CBS News.
Troy. So, all right. So, what do we have? We have chemical plant on fire. Dock workers going to go on strike. Hurricane has screwed up the East Coast. So, this would be a great week if you're not battling one of these incidents to go do a quick inventory. Make sure we just went and we picked up. We feed the dogs a specific amount. We use a measuring cup for the pups, so we know like each serving is X. And I know each bag will last roughly a month and a half feeding these 4 potatoes. But then I know the shelf life after Rona, the shelf life is about 6 months before it goes rancid. So I know it can sit there for a bit. So we just stocked up extra pet food. Right now my wife had the garage as a workshop for all the football season stuff. She does the little spirit and homecoming stuff as a side gig, which is very beneficial for the family, but she took over the garage. So once she's out of there and done with the football season, we're going to go and re-inventory all the preps, all the pantry. We're going to, anything that's old or needs to be thrown, we're going to cycle it out, put in new product. That was a good time. Yeah, absolutely, Daryl. To fill up all the cars, fill up the cars, and these are common sense things. Same way with my cats. I got to stock up extra pet food. Now, PetSmart, or was it Petco? Shit, it's one of the two. Sorry, guys. They have a coupon for the medium-sized bags. I can't remember if it's Purina. One of the foods. Remember, though, if your pets are used to one food, don't abruptly change them because they're going to throw up everywhere, and then the food will be on the floor, or they'll get the runs, and that'll be even worse. So, but see if you can take advantage of that. Hey, Virginia. It's always nice to have that fine gentleman join us. Water purification preps. Yeah, well, even if it just gets contaminated from this other stupidity, I mean, I'm here on the high plains of Texas out in the quasi-desert, and if a construction crew, which has happened, does not consult with the city engineers and they start digging with a backhoe and break a 15-inch water main, guess what? One of the little cities or a whole town suddenly has no water and everyone freaks the hell out. We've got plenty of water. We have different water categories. We have water bottles and we have cases of that for day-to-day use. We use them day-to-day, so I just cycle them. We have 5 gallons that we use in our water cooler. I also have a manual pump, so I have a redundant way to dispense the water aside from pouring it out. And that's for drinking and for cooking if we need it. I have the RO system in the house and the whole house filter, but we also have tap water with bleach in it in the big jugs. We could drink it. It's not awesome out here, but for flushing, for hygiene, and for dishes, it works. So I actually have general purpose water. I have drinking water, and then I have like day-to-day water as well. And having those options, because think about it, if you had to flush your toilet, how many drinking water bottles would you need to fill the tank? I can take this 7-gallon thing, open the nozzle, and pour in, half a gallon and flush away, and finish my canning. Yeah. So, amen to that. Amen. Half a tank, but the hubby has issues keeping the gas cans full. I can really only get him to do it with these things coming. And sometimes that's the best we can do, right? My wife and I are kind of on the same page after like Hurricane 8. She's like, yeah, no, this kind of sucks. We need to be ready for that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely, Joy. And I mean, speaking of the biblical, I mean, the story of Joseph, right? The 7 years feast, 7 years famine. We prepare during the feast times because the famines happen. You know, it's more than just a story, um, told in the scriptures. It's a pragmatic thing, uh, that we should be ready for these things. See, like Costco. So look for those sales. But anyway, folks, if you're traveling, check the weather and the news wherever you're going. Because imagine if I was flying into Georgia for some reason Monday. If I was going to be in that area, I'd be calling the boss saying, I'm going to fly into somewhere else because I'm not going near that. Or I might postpone the whole thing. You're better off losing your deposit and not being involved in a bad situation than showing up completely unprepared, unprepared for the weather as well. $9 a gallon. Okay, so the state of Texas made that illegal. If one gas station actually went to, like, everyone went up a little, right? Because there was extra shipping costs and whatnot. But there were, most stations went from like $2 to $3, and then one place had 7. And somebody took a picture of it and posted it on, sent it to the Attorney General's office, and it went all over social media. And that gas station chain wound up getting a $10,000 fine per gas station that they found had that pricing on it. So, yeah, the whistleblower was. I wonder if I can find him before I shut this one down. But oh, here he is. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that up here. Bear with me just a second. Hold on. Oh, no. Come on now. All right. Let me see if I can share this screen. And just to close out the evening with this guy.
The framework of our country was built for a moral and religious people, unfit for the governance of any other. James Madison notes the duty to honor God is precedent, both in order of time and degree of obligation to the claims of civil society. Before any man can be considered as a member of civil society, he must be considered as a subject of the governor of the universe. I recently learned about comments made by Mr. Jeffrey Veltri suggesting I was delusional for believing in and seeking guidance from the Holy Spirit. Mr. Veltri currently serves as special agent in charge of the Miami field office, but at the time he was an executive at Security Division overseeing security clearance decisions. To Mr. Veltri, I say you can insult me, but you should not mock God. It is an insult to the infinite dignity of God, who is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and it is bad for the health of your soul. This isn't about me, it's bigger. I am hopeful that the truth of what happened will be fully revealed and deter the FBI from doing the same injustice to others. Though the path may be difficult, I must plead with other employees who have witnessed wrongdoing that they find the courage to speak up. You're not alone, nor will you ever be. Psalm 139 says, where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? I've been blessed to be supported by God's sanctifying grace, the blessed sacrament, men and women of goodwill, other whistleblowers, the charity of the American people, prayers and great attorneys along the way, like Tristan and Jason of Empower Oversight. Potential whistleblowers, please do not be silenced by the FBI's mistreatment. We are all here to support you if you choose to come forward. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Equally important is the awareness and involvement of the American people. This is your country. While I feel vindicated now in getting back my security clearance, it is sad that in the country for which I fought as a Marine, the FBI was allowed to lie about my loyalty to the United States for 3 years. Unless there is accountability, it will keep happening to others. Better oversight and changes to security clearance laws are key to stopping the abuses suffered by whistleblowers like me. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. Peace and all good.
So he actually, in another part of his statement, he actually says to the American people, I encourage all of you to, oh, here we go. This is the, all right, I'm going to play this last one for you guys. Let me share that screen. And let me know if you could hear what he's saying here.
Action, there's no legitimate time frame to rein them back in. Their ability to overclassify information can allow them to forever.
Hey, Lisa.
To the American people, you have a duty as a citizen to vote, and I strongly urge you to do so. It's how you participate in the American experience. I know people have doubts about election integrity, but you must vote. It is your claim. Stake your claim and don't forfeit it willingly. Have your voice heard. My other recommendations are in the natural order.
Listen to
First,
this.
vote. The second is the Second Amendment. Arm yourself and know how to defend yourself. Make 3 to 4 friends in your neighborhood and promise to come to each other's mutual aid in times of hardship. And during the Great Depression, people stocked up a pantry. So I think that's a good practice, especially in our economic times, and make sure you have 3 to 4 months of food. As a person of faith, I'd say pray the rosary, go to the First Friday devotions. That's for everybody, all my brothers and sisters of all faiths, and I know I'm Catholic, and read the gospel of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and live it every day. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for the time.
That's something else. So when you got FBI whistleblowers telling us, be prepared. Yeah. No, he just went through, this poor guy went through a lot from what I was reading. So, but anyway, that wasn't part of the original direction of the video of today's live stream, but it was a good, somebody pointed out we should run that video clip. So I did. Folks, you got the fire in Georgia. The storm just hit the East Coast. We've got weird stuff in Washington. There's stuff going on everywhere. Be safe, be smart, stay on budget. If you can reuse or repurpose or trade something to get something you need for something you no longer need or may not need to use, do so. And keep in mind, this whistleblower was a former United States Marine who deployed overseas. You know, this guy we would consider a patriot in the most honest sense of the words. Yeah, and the fact he openly spoke about his faith and a lot of things that it's frowned upon in government to speak of. And he did so with dignity, and he got emotional in that first clip, as you noticed. But folks, a lot of things going on. Check on each other. If anyone has updates on any of our friends in the hurricane zones, and you want to get some word out, or you don't hear from someone and you're trying to get news, feel free. If you make a post on your own channel, tag me on it. If I see it, I'll be happy to share it. And let's make sure all our people are being checked up on. And you know, let's keep each other in our prayers, keep each other in our thoughts, and check up on each other. Let's not lose anyone. You know, they fall off the grid. So Mamacita, we had an update from. Georgia Peach, we had an update from. All American was in the chat earlier. There were quite a few updates, positive updates. A lot of people without power. A lot of people, you know, it's a hard time. Nothing catastrophic, which is good news. So, folks, it's just getting weird. I don't know what the hell's going on, but you guys be safe out there. Continue to do the things and be smart. Be smart about what you do. Make a system, have a plan, and just execute it. Remember, it doesn't take $1 million. It just takes consistency, a reasonable budget, and time. And watch what's happening, because yeah, that Daryl, I heard the same, that Mamacita was good. If you get a hold of her or someone in your circle does, tell her I was asking for an update. We'll it's kind of hard to ship anything to your friends right now because even the post office is closed down there. So but you guys be careful, be safe, pay attention to what's going on. Just be careful. Absolutely, Loretta, I will. And let's check up on each other, all right? We're our own virtual mag. I know that sounds funny, but when people from Florida could give an update to people in Texas who can then broadcast it to everybody from Ohio to California, like we're doing right now, that's something that moves the needle a little bit. But you know what? That's not bad for, 50 something people in and out of this chat. And now people know their friends and their colleagues and people they collaborate with are safe. So you guys be safe. God bless all of y'all. And I will catch you guys later on this week. You guys keep out of trouble in the meantime. And I will see you all later. You guys take care.
Something